The beaches, it's always a little bit cooler than the further you get away from the coast. It's just an effect of the water keeping it a little bit cooler.
That's right. It's a nice treat.
It is, but we're still going to be hot and humid. We've got temperatures in the mid-90s for at least the rest of our 7-day forecast. We do have a few showers offshore right now, and a couple of them made their way inland earlier today, but we didn't pick up any rainfall here in Corpus Christi. Temperatures right now in the upper 80s and lower 90s, a little bit further inland, and it feels a little bit above that outside, but not too bad. Heading into tonight and tomorrow morning, we have temperatures getting into the low and mid 70s. There is a small chance that some locations, mainly inland and to our north, could get really close to the upper 60s, but I do think we stay above that, at least here in Corpus Christi. Into tomorrow, we have a lot more sunshine in store, a couple more clouds though, and a low rain chance. That's going to be the case for tomorrow as well as into your Thursday. High temperatures with the increase in sunshine, and it's going to have us feeling like we're in the hundreds still, even though those highs are in the mid-90s. So like I mentioned, a very similar forecast into your Thursday. Isolated activity across the radar with high temperatures in those low to mid-90s. Now, this is all thanks to high pressure that's going to be scooting into the state of Texas. So not only is that keeping us generally cloud-free and helping to boost those afternoon high temperatures, as it gets closer to East Texas, it's going to eventually make our airflow around there kind of do this number. And that means instead of the more northerly flow and drier air, it means we see more humidity coming back. So that's why we're going to introduce rain chances back into the forecast as we head into the second half of this week. They're not all that high because high pressure tends to suppress motion in the atmosphere. So instead of air rising, it's sinking. So we're not seeing quite as high of rain chances, especially when we compare it to this past weekend. So just an isolated to straight rain chance here in the coastal bend. And not only is it quiet in the coastal bend, it's quiet in the Atlantic. Tomorrow, the peak of hurricane season, and it seems like it's been very, very quiet this year. That's because we've had a lot of activity out in the Atlantic. We've had the exact same number of storms through today's date as we did last year, but last year it seemed like we had back-to-back systems in the Gulf, when this year we've only had one system in the Gulf, and that was the second one. The main event had been Aaron. You can see the really long track eventually got Category 5 status before moving back off into the northern Atlantic, and we are still tracking absolutely nothing in the Atlantic. It is quiet out there. The Hurricane Center not marking any areas of interest in the Atlantic. So that is the way we like it, and hopefully that's the way it will stay. High temperatures tomorrow in those mid-90s with more sunshine, especially into the afternoon. And we do have a low rain chance over the next several days. But again, I think most folks, they end up staying dry as opposed to getting a downpour. Nothing like this weekend.
All righty, Miss Kristen, thank you so much for that. Hey.